Welcome to the Empower Her Moments morning show, where we create intentional mindset shifts, empower women to embrace their potential, and open their hearts to their deepest desires. Join Margot, the beauty guru, your self-love and business strategist, and Dr. Alicia A. Williams, your transformation and empowerment coach. These dynamic women are here to guide you, inspire you, and uplift you. Together, they'll help you unleash your potential and own your journey. It's time to step into your greatness. Let's get started.
When you're in close proximity to someone else's success, does it inspire you or quietly make you question your own worth? Margot, we've got some things to talk about. Are you ready to get into it?
Dr. Alicia, I am ready to get into this conversation because this conversation, guys, we're talking about the comparison trap. Some of us do it so many times, conscious, in your subconscious. We compare, and when close proximity comparison steals your self-worth, we got to have this conversation. So listen, we got to talk about
it. Let's talk about what is actually happening here. One of the things I need people right off the gate to understand, her win is not just for her. Her win is for you.
Same with our gentlemen who are watching. Your homeboy, his win, what he got going on, his marriage, what he got going on with his family, is his life and his journey. It has absolutely nothing to do with you. Your job, to both our men and women viewers, is just to be that supportive friend, that supportive person, that supportive person who's cheering your person on, whomever that may be. So I'm glad we're having this conversation, Dr. Alicia, because so many times people get caught up with comparison. And then, of course, when you start comparison, it's breeding jealousy, it's breeding envy, it's breeding all the things that really causes relationships to crash and burn.
But not only that, does it causes all those things, but what it does is also ultimately steals your joy.
It does. It really does.
It puts you in a completely different mind state. It allows you to, the self-doubt begins to creep in. All of these things, feeling not worthy, feeling like, why is it them and not me?
Right.
But we're going to talk about this a little in detail, because one of the things that I believe when we talk about the comparison trap is understanding when is your time is your time.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And Dr. Alicia, this is the thing. When the comparison happens close proximity, that's when things get a little shaky.
Oh, yeah, it get a little rocky.
It get a little rocky because it hits different. When you have someone that you have close to you, someone who's in your personal space, someone who knows your struggles, right? And know the things that you've gone through, you've persevered through, and then they turn around and they start comparing their life to yours, right? They start saying, well, how she get this, and I'm still over here struggling, and how she's able to do this, and I'm not able to do that. And what happens is those insecurities form. And when they form, you start looking at your girlfriend that you used to love and have admiration for. And now you're looking at her side eye. Now you're looking at her like, why her and not me? And what happens is that's what breeds the jealousy. That's what breeds the envy. That's what breeds, what we're going to talk about today is the copycat syndrome that a lot of us deal with people that are surrounding us in close proximity.
And you said something that I've stated many years or multiple times over the years, is that whole copycat syndrome.
Absolutely.
In my world, it's been stated multiple times, copy the right cat. But here, I know, right?
Say that again, Dr.
Copy the right cat. But here's the difference. That doesn't mean you're going to copy physically every single thing that I do. That means I'm going to let me see how she's able to have the success that she does. Let me see how, let me pay attention to her attitude. Let me pay attention to her behaviors. When we talk about copying the right cat, that doesn't mean she got on this outfit, I'm going to go get it too. She got this opportunity, I'm going to go get it too. That does not mean those are not the things that I'm telling you to copy. I'm telling you to pay attention to how I move, how I act, how these are the tools and strategies that I use to be in the position that I am today. That is copying the right cat.
I'm glad you cleared that up, Doctor.
Okay.
But even in copying the right cat, it's just a way to do it.
Always.
And I think ultimately these days we deal with a lot of people who aren't tactful with things. You know, the people that had a shiny coin syndrome, you know, anything that shine, I'm gonna go run over here and I'm gonna do that. I'm sure y'all know some people that do a lot of different things, a whole lot of different things, that nothing marries the other brand. Nothing really intertwines with anything, but I'm just doing a whole lot of things. Well, what happened is most of the time you're watching and you're observing other people doing things. And every time you see that shiny coin, every time you see them pull up in that nice car, every time you see that reel come across your feed, I want to be like them. Oh, she's selling houses. Oh, I want to go sell houses too. Oh, she doing a podcast. I want to do a podcast.
That ain't your lane, though.
He got this business. I want this business too. But what I'm telling you is stop going from thing to thing. Stop going from real to real. What you need to do is get on your knees, and what you need to do is meditate and spend time with God and ask God, what is it that you have for me to do?
Come on.
We really got to have this conversation. A lot of us are not being obedient in this season. What we're doing is we're doing what we think will make us feel good, not doing what we should do. We're not walking in our purpose. I'm doing, some of us out here doing what Dr. Alicia's supposed to be doing. Some of us doing what Margot's supposed to be doing. My question to you today, what is it that you're supposed to be doing?
Right.
What did God purpose your life for? And I think once we start getting a grip on that, Dr. Alicia, we'll see a lot of the comparisons start to disappear. We'll see a lot of, we'll learn in relationships how to really celebrate each other for real in real time with genuine hearts and minds, and really want to see your sister, really want to see your brother win. I think once we learn this art, it will change the game on how we show up, and it'll change the game on how we cultivate relationships.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. You said something that, excuse me, because I need you, lean in one more time. She said that Margot stated that many of you are not being tactful. Yeah. They go from not being tactful to tacky.
Oh, baby, they'll copy your whole business.
The whole business.
The color, the theme, and then send it to your clients that you put them on.
I'm about to get up from the table.
We got to talk about it.
Let's talk about
it. People do that. People do that in real time, Dr. Alicia.
Oh, I see it every single day. Every single day. My thing is, you stated something earlier about do what God has called you to do.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry, but everybody can't speak. You
Absolutely.
can't get up and move the crowd the way that I can, because I understand my gift.
That's right.
And just stop doing things because it's popular to do.
Correct.
And here's another thing that I tell people a lot of times in the industry. Yes, the industry that I am it pays very well, but there's a cost to that. You don't achieve that kind of wealth, or you don't achieve that kind of success by copying what other people do. You have to do the work that is assigned to you, not to what I can't do what Margot do. Now, we may have some similarities at the end of the day, but I show up as I win because I show up as my authentic self.
The thing is that it's enough room, it's enough money, it's enough clients, it's enough work, it's enough purpose, it's enough things in the community for all of us to put our hands in and do the work. The problem comes in when you start doing things that God haven't called you to do.
That you're not aligned with.
If you're not aligned to it, if God didn't tell you to do it, don't touch it. Let me tell you something. I spend a lot of time around different people, different rooms, and people who are doing some powerful things, and people that are doing some average things. Right. You name it. I'm up and down the road with it.
Right.
One thing that I've learned in this season, I will continuously be me no matter what.
That's right.
No matter what room I'm in. I understand when I come in a room, I don't care if it's a boardroom, if it's a production room, if it's me waiting to get on a bus somewhere. When I walk in that room, I'm bringing value. Right. See, what we're talking about today, when it comes to the comparison, you dealing with yourself starts with you looking internally, and that's something that I talk about all the time. Right. You have to love yourself. You have to be confident in yourself enough to know who you are and enough to know where you belong. But this is the thing. You have to understand everything is not for you. Yeah. Everything that you see and come across is not for you. Yeah. Sometimes I come across things because I have a duty to serve.
That's right.
Sometimes I come across things because God has positioned me to help someone. Sometimes I come across things, not for me to take it and make it my own because I want to make money like my sister. Sometimes I come across things because there is something that I can lend a helping hand to.
Exactly.
And I think once we realize that, I think once we understand that everything we see don't belong to us, everything we see, we can't want to do. I can't be wanting what Dr. Alicia have. But I'm going to tell you this. This is the other crazy part. At times, we want what Dr. Alicia have out of being desperate.
Ooh, come on.
We got to talk about this. Desperation will have you looking. Desperation will have you searching and grabbing and holding on to stuff that God didn't even assign to you. But because you're desperate, because you're not doing what you need to do, you're not seeking God, you're not praying, you're not asking God for guidance, you're running behind the shiny coin.
Right, right. And this season, what I'm also seeing, good point, Margot, really good point. She brought it home. What I'm also seeing this season is they're watching you and feeling behind. Like, I got to play catch up.
Right.
I'm sorry, but the last time I checked, I'm running my own race.
That's
and
right.
I suggest that you run your own race. My thing is I learned to stay in my lane because I know what God has called me for. The problem with a lot of people is they don't know their purpose.
That's true. They don't know who they are.
Let's take it back. Let's take it back a little further.
Back.
They don't even know who they are. So because they don't know who they are, they can't walk in their true purpose.
They can't. That's why they lose their identity. Because that's what happened. You lose your identity. When you start attaching and jumping on to this and that and, I'm going to do this and do that. Did you ever stop and say, God, is this what you want me to do? Like, God, is this what you purposed me for? God, is it that, should I go this way? What we do is we get in our space. We see our brother and our sister achieving things and they're excelling. And we automatically feel like, oh, let me see what they're doing. Let me jump into it. But what I've learned is I don't even get mad no more, Dr. Alicia. I ain't gonna lie. It wasn't even that I used to get mad. I used to be agitated. Like the fly at the picnic, you just be agitated. Because my thing is that I work hard for everything that I do. My husband and I, we work extremely hard for what we build. We are definitely here to bless others in the community. That's what God has. That's our purpose, and we understand that today, right? But the frustrating part comes when people feel as if what you're doing comes easy. It's a price that I pay for what I do, and it's a big price that I pay for what I do. Because if you think that you're going to be empowering, if you think that you're going to be blessing communities, blessing families, and the attacks not come, you're crazy.
You're crazy.
The attacks come every day. At the end of the day, when you look at Margot life, and when you look at what I got going on, understand that it's a heavy mantle. It's things that I deal with to do the things that I do. It's a price that I pay to live the life that I live. It's a price that I pay to do the things that I do. And so we have to take that into account when we decide to look at people and want what they have.
Right. And to your point, we often hear, which is true, people see the glory, but don't see the story behind it.
Come on now.
And don't understand that, I tell people, and I spoke about this in our earlier seasons about, I often hear people say, I want what you got. No, you don't. You should want what God has for you.
Absolutely.
You should want what God has for you because you have no idea what it took for me to get to where I am today. You didn't get to see the sacrifices. You didn't get to see the late nights. You didn't get to see the road that I walked because I had to take the road. Let me say, lean in for a little bit, sis. In order to have the success in this world today, you've got to take the road less traveled. I'm not trying to go I-20 where everybody else go. I'm trying to go in the opposite direction. It's because I only want what he has for me. I don't want what you have, Margot.
Absolutely.
I want what's best for you. That's what I want.
Yeah.
But I don't want your life.
Yes.
And so many people want what they see, not understanding the price and what it costs to have that life.
And so this is what breeds comparison, Dr. Alicia, when we really dive into it. And this is something that I have experienced personally so many times, even in my younger days, not just really understanding what it was. A lot of times people will meet you, they'll feel like you're, the fun person, you're light, oh, I love being around Margot's, and of course I ain't bubbly. Y'all know I ain't bubbly, but I'm a good time.
I'm bubbly.
Yeah, this is bubbly, honey. Okay. Listen, I'm the one that's going to sit you at the table table and be like, honey, listen, let's have this real conversation. But what I realize is a lot of people are attracted to that, right? A lot of people are attracted to that light, right? And so what I have experienced in life, you know, before I learned boundaries, before I really learned who I was, I would let anybody who want to attach to me attach, right? If you wanted to be my friend and I thought you were nice enough, sure, you could be my friend. But and of course this was in my younger days, but what I learned was it starts off as admiration, right? It starts off as admiration. I love you. You know, I love the way you're so ambitious. I love the way you go hard and you work. And, you know, I love your family life. I love how you and your husband do X, Y, Z. And then what happens is that once they get in my interpersonal space and understand that what I am and what I show is for real, because I don't have no time to play. What you see on social media, what you see on this show is who I am. I have no time to sugarcoat, because what I understand is in this season, I will not and cannot be impactful if I'm not authentic. If I'm not myself, I won't be able to reach nobody. If I can't tell y'all the flaws and things that I've dealt with, how am I going to help other people? Exactly. But back to my point, what happens is that then they start becoming insecure. Yeah. Because the insecurities is what breeds the comparison. The insecurities is what make you start looking side-eye to the left. The insecurity is what keep you from clapping your hand when your sister is standing up at that podium. That insecurity is keeping you from calling and saying, sis, I see you got this event going on. How can I help you? How can I hold your ladder? How can I assist you? And then what happened, those insecurities, now I'm comparing. Now I'm looking at you. Now I'm looking at what you driving. Now I'm looking at how much money you spend.
I'm looking at how you live.
I'm looking at how you living. So now I done started going off track and saying, well, you know what? I want this too. I want to drive a car like that. You know, I want to live over there in that neighborhood. And then all the admiration go out the window. So now I'm starting to compete. So now I'm looking around and I'm trying to figure out, how can I get what she got? I want what she got. I want people to receive me when I walk in the room. So now I'm going to start dressing like her. Now I'm going to start looking like her. Now I'm going to start having the same persona she have. Now I'm going to start, listen, being that person. You embody them. That's when the comparison happens. But the disappointment comes when you understand you're not her. You will never be.
You will never be. And what people have to understand is you can copy everything that I do. Lean in. You can copy everything that I do, but you can't copy the anointing on.
Yes.
That's what many of us have to understand. You can copy how I dress. You can even copy every move. Try to copy and emulate every move, but you cannot copy the anointing on me, because it's for me and only me.
That's right. And once you get of that place of knowing, once you get in that place of assurance and knowing who you are, listen, can't nobody throw you off your rock. So Dr. Alicia, today, of course, in the empowerment space, we spend a lot of time with women. We talk to women. We encourage. This is what we do. But I want to encourage you ladies and understand this. If you ever find yourself in a space where you're seeing the comparison start to develop, because it's a pattern. They do the same thing every time. So now today I catch you before you start comparing, honey. I go on to calm you down before you start comparing and copying. But the thing is that today I'm no longer agitated about those who are lost. I'm no longer agitated by those who choose to embody and copy the things that God has purposed me to do. What I've learned today in this space, I pray for them. Absolutely, because I understand you're lost. I understand you're trying to figure it out. I understand that you haven't seeked God's face for your guidance. And so what you've decided to do is lean on your own understanding. So you look to the left and to the right. I've learned, Dr. Alicia, to pray for those who are lost, because that's just what it is. And
that's all you can do. What I've learned and understood early on, let me just back it up just a little bit. It was a form of flattery. You know, oh, I'm flattered. Oh, thank you, or whatever. But then I started saying, wait a minute. No, this is not flattery. This is envy. This is, I want what you have. I'm going to do. When you start seeing just small little behaviors, like I'm very observant. I pay attention to people. I pay attention to people's moves. I pay attention to how they change up with certain things. I noticed that right away. And so for me, I started saying, you know what? Just like you, let me back. Let me not be offended anymore.
That's right.
Let me not be offended and understand that they've got some healing to do.
Because Dr. Alicia, it'll have you walking around leading with offense.
What you talking
about? It'll have you walking around feeling some type of way about people. And like I tell people all the time, listen, I got too much work to do to be tied up with what you got going on.
I can't even entertain that.
Listen, if you want to do it, if you want to, listen, go for it. Like I said at the beginning of this conversation, this is enough for everybody. But my thing is that I'm having a conversation because I'm tired of seeing it fizzle out.
Right.
I'm tired of seeing people start things and they go for 1, 2, 3 months and it fizzle out.
Right.
That's not what God has called you to do.
Right.
Consistency is key.
Yeah.
If you want to be profitable, if you want to be successful in your business, if you want to be successful in your marriage, it's consistency. You have to be consistent about the things that God has purposed you to do. And so when you get out here, you start copying and jumping on the next wave, it will only be temporary, guys.
Right.
It will only be temporary.
And I 100% agree with you. What I've also seen quite a bit is when the success comes, they get pressure. They feel like they got to move. It ain't your time.
That's
God
right.
has you standing still for a minute. Be still and let God work on you. Stop trying to jump on the next thing popping because it ain't for you. It's going to pop all right. It's going to bust wide open.
That's right.
And it's going to fall. It's going to fail because it wasn't your time. It wasn't what he called you to do. So stop trying to do everything and allow God to lead you to whatever he has aligned you with.
So I'm going to shift it a little bit, Dr. Alicia, because I want to talk about that man, that woman, that sits in a place where you know for sure that you're silently competing, or you know for sure that insecurity, that feeling of doubt, that feeling of not feeling enough has snuck up some way, somehow in a relationship. Listen, let me tell you something. Meaningful and fruitful relationships have no room for insecurity. And I talk to you guys all about that. Healing is so important. When you see deficiencies, when you see you have spaces where those things are rising up in you that is not positive, that is not good, you have to deal with those things. So many times we experience things and we keep going from relationship to relationship, bleeding on person after person, doing the same thing, being transactional out here in these streets, thinking that you're genuine, thinking that people see your heart. Listen, don't nobody see your heart. They see you being transactional. Right. They see how you showing up because you want something. They see how you're in their face because you need something from them. You have no genuine connection, no genuine person tied to it.
Yeah. They're showing up because they see a potential opportunity from you.
Absolutely.
So people can, let me tell you something. I don't know about, but the good Lord gave me 2 good eyes. And right now they're still functioning well. We can see clearly when you're not showing, when it's not genuine, when you're not truly there to support. But we can also see when, there's no love there. There's no real support, meaning when the invitation is sent for, I'm being acknowledged for something, or there's an event. You don't show up because it's not about you.
That's right.
It's not always about you.
It's not.
And when you notice that friend, it could be a friend, spouse, it could be even a business relationship. When the spotlight is not on you and you get cringy, that's the problem.
You got to check yourself.
Check yourself before you
break yourself.
Come on.
You got to check yourself, ladies and gentlemen. This is why we're having this conversation, because there's so many of us that are sitting around with this spirit and we thinking we hiding it. You're not hiding it, baby. We see you.
I see you.
We see you. I'm just mature enough to exist with you so we can do what we need to do while I'm praying that you get it right. While I'm praying that you find your way. While I'm praying that you get yourself together and stop, how my bishop say, stop being a hater.
Come on.
Just stop. Right. Stop being a hater. There's no reason to. The thing is this, we have to understand, and I'm learning in this season that a lot of times our blessings are tied to how we treat other people. Our blessings are tied to us being dream carriers. Our blessings are tied to us being ladder holders, right? And so I want to share this little piece with you all. As I elevate in life and I climb, because I will elevate until I leave this side. What I understand that I will forever and always be a student to the game, and I will always serve, right? And serving doesn't actually means that it's always in a community serving the less fortunate. Serving means my fellow sister. Serving means my fellow brother. If you have something that you're doing, if you have an initiative that you're doing in a community, if you have something that you're trying to be a blessing to other people, my first and only thought is, how can I help? How can I be of assistance? How can I assist and make this situation, this experience, this event better. And I think if we change our mindset and change our perspective to lead from a place of service, to lead from a place of caring for other people genuinely to want them win, that is the key to success. That is the key. When I got out of my way and understood that this purpose that God has given me is bigger than me, Dr. Alicia, my life changed. When I realized that no matter how my life go, I will always serve. Guys, I serve till today. I will always serve all my life.
And every capacity. And what she stated something very well, Margot stated something very well. Serving looks different in many ways, because serving could be simply showing up for your girlfriend. Absolutely. Serving can be simply verbal praise. Yes. Serving can be so many things that will keep you out of that whole comparison trap. But we have to understand first, before we can lead, we have to first serve. We have to first follow. Yes. And that's just where it is.
What I understand is when you know who you are. Come on. When you know whose you are, comparison loses its power. Oh, yeah. Because clarity builds confidence. When you know who you are, it builds confidence. And when I say this, when you serve, when I'm mopping that floor, when I'm taking that trash out, when I'm making that plate, when I'm riding across town to help my sister with something, what happens in my space is God already take care of the things that I'm working on. He already providing the provision and resources for the things that I'm doing. And so often we don't understand that the two are tied. Oh yeah. We just want what we want, but we don't understand what you have to do to get what you need for this next level.
And that's showing up for others.
That's showing up for others.
It's showing up for others. It's not. It's so much bigger than you.
But Dr. Alicia, not only showing up for others, but showing up for others with a
genuine heart.
Yeah. And that's why we're having this conversation. Showing up without side eyes, showing up without comparison, showing up without saying, why not me? Come on. Why this not happening for me? Showing up to roll up your sleeves and say, you know what, bruh? How can I help you, sis? I'm here. How can I be a part of this change?
But showing up is simply, my sis got an amazing event. Let me share this post and get the people on.
That's right.
And I'm speaking in real time what we see happen every single day. You can have a girlfriend, guy friend, or whoever who is doing something amazing, but no, you may not even physically can be there. However, but I'm going to support the event like it's mine.
That's right.
I'm going to share it and post it just like it's mine, because when you genuinely love and care about somebody, like I said in the very beginning, their win is your win.
Absolutely.
Our win.
Yes. Dr. Alicia, listen, this conversation was so good.
Always.
Not only was it good, it was needed.
Yeah.
Listen, all our conversations ain't going to be soft walking, honey. Sometimes we're going to have to, all of them not going to be walking light, honey. Sometimes we're going to walk heavy. Okay?
Let me tell you, not just walk heavy. One of the things I say, my first book is Dear Sis, Let Me Give It To You Straight. We just got to give it to you straight, that we can't sugarcoat it, don't chase it.
How are we going to get better, guys, if we don't have these conversations? How are we going to assess and get better? How are we going to grow? How are we going to make our community and our environment better if we don't look inward and understand that, you know what, there's some things I need to work on, okay? So listen, Dr. Alicia, this conversation was amazing.
Yes, it was.
I had a great time. Had a great time talking to you all about comparison and how it can breed envy, it breeds jealousy, it breeds other things. But let's stay focused. Let's stay connected mentally with what's happening around us. And let's understand that the purpose that we're living in, the things that God has called us to do, is so much bigger than us.
And let me just say that before we conclude is, you're not behind. You're being built in this season.
Love that.
You're not behind. You're being built in this season, my brother, my sister. So allow God to do what he does. Take your hand off of it, because what's for her is for her, and what's for you is for you.
Have patience.
Yes.
Your time is coming. And that's what we all have to keep at the forefront. Have patience, because your time is coming. Okay, so as we close today's show, remember this. Growth is a journey, not a destination. So give yourself grace. Stay committed to becoming, and never forget, there is power in showing up as your authentic self. Whatever you're facing, whatever you're navigating, you are not alone. You are evolving, you are learning, and you are becoming everything you were created to be. The work you do on yourself today will show up in every area of your life tomorrow. So I want you to stay empowered, stay encouraged, and most importantly, stay true to you. This show is powered by Brian Williams. He's a commercial and residential realtor with Prestige Real Estate Group. Follow him on Instagram, Brian, BRYANATL Realtor. We'll see you next time on the Empower Her Moments Morning Show. Thank you all.
Thank you guys for joining us. Have a great one.